If you've ever dreamed of serving cold, poetic justice to someone who thought they were untouchable, hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready because this is one of the most deeply satisfying revenge stories you'll ever hear. So I wasn't supposed to end up here. Not in courtrooms. Not leading protests. Not building shelters and organizing survivors. I was just trying to make rent. Hello, my name is Elena. I was an independent woman, yeah. Not in the girl boss, wino clock way people like to say it now. I was independent because I had to be. Rent didn't care about dreams. The gas tank didn't care about ambitions. I drove a cab in Los Angeles, day in, day out. The sun-baked streets of the city were my office. From the glittering lights of Sunset Boulevard to the graffiti-tagged alleys behind downtown bars, I knew them all. You want to find where the real city lives? Ride with a woman who drives it. I liked it most days. The freedom, the people, the stories. But don't mistake movement for peace. I was tired, bone-deep tired. Sometimes the loneliness clung to me like LA smog, invisible, but suffocating. I had no partner, no backup, no boss to report problems to. Just me and the streets. That's how I liked it. Until Marcus. It was a slow Thursday night. The kind where the city feels like it's holding its breath. I'd just dropped off a couple from out of town, they tipped well, and was heading back towards Silver Lake when I got the ping. Marcus. Pick up. Venice Boulevard. He looked like money. Expensive loafers, smart blazer, slicked back hair. Not in the LA actor way, no. More Silicon Valley. Confident. Polished. Calculated. He slid into the back seat with the kind of presence that made the cab feel smaller. You know when someone enters your space and knows they're in control? That was Marcus. Evening, he said, flashing a smile like he was used to winning people over. To the Belvedere Hotel, please. No problem. I nodded, adjusted my mirror. We pulled out. The first few minutes were quiet. Smooth. He asked about how long I'd been driving. Asked if I liked it. Commented on the weather. Typical rich guy small talk, like he was used to filling silences with charm. But then, the compliments started getting personal. You've got a great voice, he said. Bet the guys love talking to you. I gave a polite laugh. Just enough to keep it moving. Then came the shift. You know, I could use someone like you. You've got a good head on your shoulders. Pretty too. You ever consider private driving? Real money. The air got thicker. I kept my eyes on the road. My voice dropped a register. I'm good, thanks. But Marcus didn't take no for an answer. He leaned forward, suddenly close. Come on. A girl like you? You don't want to be stuck driving strangers all your life. I could take care of you. I didn't respond. Then I felt it, his hand on my shoulder. Don't touch me, I said, sharp now. He chuckled. Actually chuckled. Relax. I'm just being friendly. Friendly doesn't grab your arm. Friendly doesn't force you to flinch. I swerved slightly, enough to break his grip, pulled over under a streetlight, and twisted around in my seat. Get out. You're overreacting, he said, eyes narrowing. You know who I am? I don't care. He moved fast, grabbed for my wrist. And for a terrifying second, I thought this was it. That this man, this monster in a tailored suit, was going to overpower me in my own cab. But adrenaline's a hell of a thing. I fought like hell, elbowed, kicked, scratched, screamed into the night. He panicked, slid out of the cab, cursing, threatening lawsuits. You don't know who you're messing with, he shouted as he disappeared down the street. And maybe I didn't, but I was about to find out. I reported the incident that night, gave my statement, handed over dashcam footage. But the moment the officer typed in Marcus's full name, the mood changed. You're sure it was Marcus Lowell? The officer asked, brows raised. I nodded. You might want to let this one go, he said quietly. He's connected. And just like that, silence. No follow-ups. No calls.
No arrests.
Marcus had friends in high places, board members, donors, maybe even a judge or two. I'd fought back and still lost. That night, I sat in my parked cab and cried. Not from fear. From fury. He thought he was untouchable. But no one's untouchable. I started digging. On my nights off, I wasn't clubbing or binge-watching shows. I was scrolling, searching, connecting dots. At first, it was rumors, whispers in subreddits. A thread here, a post there. Marcus Lowell gave me weird vibes at a conference. My friend said he got handsy at a networking event. Then I found her. Danielle. A startup founder. Bright, fearless. She'd once accused Marcus of cornering her at a fundraiser. Nothing came of it. He'd called her unstable. But she remembered everything. We met for coffee. He's a predator, she said plainly. And everyone protects him because he makes the money. We started building a list. Women, assistants, former interns, even a company masseuse. One by one, the stories came out. One by one, the truth became undeniable. I wasn't alone. I documented everything. Dates, names, screenshots, sworn statements, dashcam footage.
Anonymous tips.
We found a lawyer, a good one, and we built a case not just for harassment but for patterned abuse. A predator in a suit hiding behind NDAs and investor portfolios. We went to the press. Not TMZ. Real journalists. Ones who'd been waiting for someone brave enough to say something first. And then the house of cards fell. Marcus was arrested. Multiple counts. Multiple victims. The courtroom was cold, but my resolve was fire. He tried to stare me down during the trial, like he still had power. But that version of me, scared, isolated, quiet, she was gone. I took the stand, told my truth, played the footage, read the statements. His defense tried everything, discredit, distract, delay. But the jury saw it. The pattern.
The pain.
The predator. Guilty. Sentenced to 12 years. And every second of it was earned. I didn't stop there. I started a support group. Drive Her. A safe space for women in gig work to speak, connect, and fight back. What began with 5 women in a coffee shop grew into a network across California. We helped each other, protected each other, believed each other. And me? I spoke. I wrote. I stood on stages and told the truth about power, about silence, about fighting back when the world tells you to sit down. Years later, Marcus got out on parole, tried to move, change his name, start fresh. But I made sure no one forgot. Every time he applied for a job, they knew. Every time he tried to invest in a startup, they knew. Every time he thought he could blend in, the internet and I made sure his shadow followed him. He had no empire left, no prestige, no protection. And me? I was just getting started. Sometimes justice isn't clean. It isn't fast. But when it finally arrives, it tastes like fire, purifying, consuming, righteous. Marcus tried to make me feel small, but I built something massive. Out of truth, courage, and the voices of women who wouldn't be silenced. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button. And tell us in the comments, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever witnessed? And don't forget to subscribe, because there are more stories like this coming, and you won't want to miss them.